Hello, everybody. All you most wanted maniacs out there. How you doing? I'm Kevin Dennison. Along with me, Atomic Tommy per usual. Atomic Tommy, how you doing today?
Man, I'm good. It's been another great week. We've had some great weather. It's finally cooled off a little bit.
Yeah,
there was a
break from the
show
humidity
this weekend. It was a great week, great weekend. Back for another episode.
That's right. We're broadcasting you live from our store, Most Wanted Comics, here in our studio in beautiful Bloomington, Minnesota. Can you believe that? Beautiful Bloomington, Minnesota. I tell you what, you can't beat when it's nice and 70 degrees out. The humidity's low. It's like a September crisp day. You come in and the store is rocking with people and everybody's talking and everybody's in a good, happy mood. Mm-hmm. And boy, I tell you what, it was just a great week this week.
It really was. And you know, I'll tell you, we are coming up on my favorite time of the year, you know. December and Christmas is really cool, but that, you know, autumn and fall, you know, September, October is really my favorite time of the year. It's my favorite weather, my favorite season. You know, the leaves are changing colors. It's nice and cool outside. It's not, you know, super cold like you would maybe see in December, but it's perfect.
And we all rubbing it into our kids. You know, we all love rubbing it into our kids at the first day of school is approaching.
Yeah, yes,
rubbing it in. So I have a freshman in high school starting, and the mighty Mafu is really excited to go back to school.
It's all a matter of perspective, you know. It really is. You know, I mean, school sucks, but doesn't change the fact that the season is great. You know,
that is true. That is true. I still get that feeling first day of school, even though I've been out of school for a lot of years. I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but I tell you, it's just you still get that feeling the first day of school. Everybody remembers it. And then once you get in the routine, it's great. But yeah, I love the fall coming up. Preseason football is upon us. The Vikings already played a preseason game. We're happy about that. The Twins are in the heat of a division race right now.
I do hear our rookie quarterback was off to a bit of a rocky start, but managed to pull out a half decent game. You know?
Yeah. We got a little ways to go with him, but you know he's a brand new quarterback in the NFL. The league's a lot faster than college, and you know what? I'm really okay. He's had good coaches his whole career, and he's got a good coach right now for the Vikings, and he's also a former quarterback. So I mean, it's a quarterback-friendly environment for him. So he's going to learn fast. I tell you what, we are going to have. Speaking of that, mark your calendars. October 18th, Tim Irwin, former Vikings legend, offensive tackle number 76, will be here in our studio talking it up about the Minnesota Vikings.
Talking of, and I'm pretty sure we will be having him on the podcast.
We're pretty sure,
Pretty sure we can't 100% confirm anything, but we do like to try and get our guests to hop on when they, you know, if they're up to it, and we think he might be. Yeah. And that'll be an incredible interview that I think you will have the pleasure.
He's a legend. We're going to bring up some fun memories. We're going to dig up some clips from old Tim Irwin days, and I tell you what, we're going to have some fun stuff on YouTube for him. I've got some funny things to bring up. I'm sure he'll love and thank us for reminding him of those moments.
Yeah.
Also, Keith Williams, legendary artist and inker, will be here August 24th. So mark your calendars if you want to meet a great artist and inker in the comic book industry. This is one man you would definitely want to meet. Keith Williams will be here from 10 to 4 a.m., signing autographs, doing quick sketches. He has, I think he's bringing some prints and some original art, too, from what I'm told.
And, I mean, he's worked on a ton of stuff, you know.
He has. He's got a great repertoire.
Superman, Web of Spider-Man, and, he worked with John Byrne a lot. So, definitely look him up. Check out his creds because he's been everywhere. He's done a lot of work on a lot of incredible titles, so definitely look him up, and come on out and meet him. Even if you don't know what he's done, come on out and meet him. You'll find out. We'll have books of his for sale to purchase. We'll have, he is signing, so you can get an autograph. It's pretty cheap actually for an autograph from him.
Yeah, you get all the information on our website, mostwantedcomics.com. It's also on our Facebook, Most Wanted Comics MN, and also on our Instagram. Make sure you go on our Instagram, Most Wanted Comics LLC. Well, I tell you, there's all sorts of ways to find out what's going on. Also, coming up this weekend, August 16th and 17th, we are celebrating the fact, and we thank all of you, all the subscribers. We hit our first goal. We have over 100 subscribers now, so we are celebrating that fact and also doing a customer appreciation weekend. So Friday the 16th, Saturday the 17th, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at St. Luke's Church here in Bloomington, really close to our store. Our store is too small, so we can't handle it. We're going to have over 80 long boxes, maybe even 100. We're going to bring out all sorts of stuff, and we're going to have deals galore for customer appreciation and celebration for our 100 subscribers. Free pizza on Friday while supplies last, and free cake on Saturday while cake slices last.
Yeah.
And we're just doing it up at Most Wanted Comics. And I tell you what, you're not going to want to miss over 80 long boxes of primo stuff, bag and boarded, ready to go.
Yeah.
$2 and some marked price stuff. Boy, and you're going to want to be there for that.
You know, honestly, too, I mean, it's been a great year for us. You know, not only the 100 subscribers, but in the store, you know, too, we've met some great new people. We've had some awesome, you know, customers, you know, come and go from the shop. And we just want to celebrate that. You know what I mean? Because it is worth celebrating.
We think we have the best customers.
We think we do have the best customers. We have the best customer base in Minnesota.
We do. We have the best customer base in Minnesota. Everybody's welcome here, no matter who you are, where you come from. We love to talk about your fandom. And we carry all sorts of toys, vintage toys to modern toys. We have sports cards, gaming cards, comics, mainly comics, but whatever your fandom, you know, we like to talk about it and celebrate that here. So everyone's welcome. You know, we have a good time. People come in to talk. We're the hardware store for nerds. Come hang out. We're awesome.
We try and make the store as welcoming and as comfortable and relaxing a place as possible. You know, you're here for comics, so we try and keep it comic oriented. You're here for fun. You're relaxed. You're here to escape all that, you know, all the bad stuff that you hear going on in the world. And there is a lot of it these days. And we try and provide an escape for that. And, you know, we try everybody's welcome here no matter who you are.
Yeah, there's plenty of alphabet channels that cover the bad crap that's going on in the world. We don't care about that. In here we celebrate the fandom, we have fun, and we provide life experiences of nostalgia. For example, September 14th, Tito Santana.
Yeah, if you thought we were done with the announcements, we got another one for you.
We got another. We're always having fun at Most Wanted Comics. We have Tito Santana coming. Arriba! I tell you what, AWA, WWE, he was in them. He's a legendary wrestler. If you remember the late 70s and 80s and up to the 90s, I mean, you know who this guy is. So Tito Santana is coming September 14th. To Most Wanted Comics to sign autographs. He will also be here from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
And his information will be up on our socials and website soon.
Yep, we're almost done getting the promo posters done. So make sure you keep following up. So you know he's coming. Mark the calendars for that. Tito Santana will be at Most Wanted Comics September 14th. So stay tuned for that. All right, let's talk about some comic books.
Let's do it. This was another great week. A couple of things I want to talk about. First, let's talk Uncanny X-Men. That was sort of the big one that came out this week, and it was really good, man. They have really come back on the X-Men stuff. Again, you know, we've mentioned it last week, but X-Men, you know, X-Men 1 was a little rocky. And, you know, Uncanny X-Men felt like an X-Men book. You know, even just on a surface level from the characters, you know, Gambit, Rogue, Wolverine, Nightcrawler. I mean, these are classic X-Men characters. These are fan-favorite X-Men characters back together doing X-Men stuff. There were some really good moments in this book. Some kind of emotional moments, you know, that really only the X-Men can pull off in the way that they do. And it really had what I think X-Men #1 was missing. And honestly, I'm not even sure what that thing that was missing was from X-Men #1 that came out in July. You know, because again, I didn't love it, I didn't hate it, but it just felt like there was something missing from that book that wasn't there. And Uncanny X-Men really felt like it had that. You know, it really felt like an X-Men book. X-Men #1, it didn't really feel like an X-Men book. It had its moments, but Uncanny X-Men, I think, really brought this sort of main flagship title back strong. And because, you know, this campaign launched with 3 flagship titles: X-Men #1, Uncanny X-Men #1, and Exceptional X-Men #1, which is yet to be released. And, you know, I think Uncanny really brings this flagship strong with a great book. Now, I mentioned last week that I really liked X-Force.
That was a fun read.
It was a really fun read. I liked it. I'm not sure between the two what I like more. I mean, again, X-Men, Uncanny X-Men was great. It had, you know, some of my favorite characters. And to that point as well, X-Men is one of those titles that the characters featured are just as important as the story being told. The characters in X-Men are rooted in superhero media, rooted in pop culture, and you know, whether that's because of the 90s animated show, these days X-Men 97 or Deadpool Wolverine, people love not only the idea of the X-Men and the story behind the X-Men, but they love the characters just as much. When I think there's a lot of people out there who, when they go to read an X-Men book, they want to read Rogue, they want to read Wolverine, they want to read Gambit, they want to read Cyclops. I think X-Men, while they had a lot of those regular X-Men, while they had a lot of those flagship title characters in there, that Cyclops, they had Beast. I think it was just kind of missing the setup. I think it was missing the delivery. This book had all your fan favorites, and I think that really aided this book in really elevating it to the top. But we don't have to go too deep into it. I don't want to give anything away. But.
Yes, but let's do hear what the people think. Hey, make sure you comment. Let us know what you think was better. Did you like X-Force better? Or did you like Uncanny X-Men better? Because we both agree. Or Phoenix.
Or did you like X-Men #1 or Uncanny X-Men
maybe you liked
better?
X-Men #1. Yeah, so let us know what your thoughts are ranked. So now that we're deep into the X-Men titles coming out now, we have enough sample size. Make sure you comment. Let us know what your thoughts are. Where you would rank them, where you go X-Force #1, Uncanny X-Men #2, or vice versa, or X-Men #1. Let us know what you rank them at. Go ahead and make sure and if you like what you see here, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. And I tell you what, we're always talking comic books and what's coming out. But yeah, do let us know. We do care about what you think, so let us know what you think about which X-Men titles you like so far as we get into this X-Men universe.
If you want to catch up, if you haven't started yet, we do have a pull list subscription service available. We can pull these titles for every week. Make sure you get a copy. If you've missed out, we have copies in our boxes, so you can get them and get caught up. But yeah, because it is worth reading. X-Men is a fan favorite, super popular right now. It's worth reading. Again, I think it's a great jumping on point. But with that, let's move on to the other book that has come out this past week, and that is Venom War #1. If you liked it, I think that's awesome. I'm glad that there are still Venom fans out there that can enjoy these books. But for me personally, I got to tell you, I'm just not.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
I'm just not. I'm just over Venom. I really am. Because this whole run, I think, has just gotten progressively harder to follow. From issue 1 to they're on issue like 35 now or something like that. 36. Venom fatigue is real. I'll tell you, for me at least, it is real. And I think a lot of it just stems from the fact that the story, by and large, is super complicated, super hard to follow, and at some points hard to read. Like it gets to be a lot consistently, and they always do this kind of stuff. Carnage War, absolute carnage, extreme carnage, and that's just Carnage. Venom. You have Venom, What If Venom, Extreme Venom, all out. Like, you have so much Venom all the time that when they try and launch this big, event featuring all these symbiotes and all these people, it just gets to be kind of,
when they venomize everybody and put them on the covers. Spider-Gwen venomized.
And that's a whole nother thing. The venomized
Incredible Hulk venomized.
Is a whole venomized.
venomized.
It's just a whole nother thing because it just wears it out, man. It's just not as cool anymore. In the book, it was fine. I was pretty meh on the book itself. I wasn't too impressed with the reveal at the end. I just had no interest in it. I'm venomed out. They need to really calm down with these characters. I get it, they're fan favorites, but they're just used too much.
I say don't sleep on Garfield.
Don't way to bring that back. Garfield
came out and then nobody's talking about Garfield. Hello, Garfield came out. Garfield, one of the greatest cats ever. And I'm not a cat fan, but if I were to have a cat, I'd love to have Garfield. Who doesn't love Lasagna?
Everybody loves Garfield. And that's another thing. I completely forgot Garfield came out this past week.
I read comics. You should get in tune.
Okay. Yeah, and but that is fair. I did not read Garfield, and you did.
He did not read Garfield.
I did not read Garfield. I had no intention of talking about Garfield, but everybody loves Garfield.
Garfield, enough said. If you're not subscribing to it, you're dumb.
Potentially the best title of the week. What do you think? I mean, I haven't read it, but I can tell you, potentially the best of the week.
I think Uncanny X-Men was pretty good.
Uncanny X-Men was pretty good.
I think just for nostalgia though purposes, I grew up. I mean, hey, Garfield, Far Side, all that fun stuff. It's just fun to see that cat come back.
Yeah.
Garfield.
And there's been a lot of nostalgia books that have come out this year. I mean, Powerpuff Girls we had a couple weeks ago. Yep. Garfield. And that's going to segue us into what's coming out this week.
And Antenna, if you get like the extended channels on TV, they brought back nothing but bangers cartoons.
Yeah.
On the Me Tunes TV.
That's cool. To be honest with you, I was
watching Police Academy, old 80s cartoon at 1 o'clock in the morning. Can't go wrong on the 80s rewind. Oh, where is the Mighty Mafu? We got to have him talk about the cartoon channel.
Well, yeah, because
let us know what your favorite cartoons are that they. What? Oh, we're gonna bring the Mighty Mafu on in just a second. We got to talk about this.
You're gonna have to because I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Anyway, coming up this week. You
didn't know Garfield, people.
I knew Garfield. I know Garfield is. Obviously, I know Garfield is, but I didn't know what this channel is you're talking about. Yeah. Okay, coming up this week. Again, tying back to the nostalgia factor, how about Johnny Quest #1? Johnny Quest is a title that really came back in popularity this year. It's an iconic character, an iconic book, and it comes back with a new #1 this week. Check that out. That'll be awesome.
I'm sure Johnny Quest will make some sales.
I hope so, man. It's Johnny Quest. You can't go wrong with Johnny Quest. Moving over to IDW, we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles returning to the shelves this week. Not with #2, however, a spin-off #1. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Night Watcher #1.
Is that still Jason Aaron?
No, it's not written by Jason Aaron. I believe, though, it is a spin-off of the ongoing. Don't quote me on that. But TMNT Night Watch #1 comes out this week for those wanting to keep up. Moving over to Marvel now. It is a stacked week for Marvel. There is a
big
lot.
Big books.
So let's just get started here with Spider Society #1. We all know them. We all love them from across the Spider-Verse. And now they're coming back with a comic book. Edge of Spider-Verse. The Spider-Verse has been absolutely huge. Pile-drived into the ground, I think, by Marvel. I mean, just so much Spider-Verse.
Yeah, but everybody loved the movie.
Yeah, not in a bad way. I'm not pile-drived into the ground in a bad way, but just in the fact that they just threw so much Spider-Verse out there into the comics. And the movies were great, and I think that's why. But Spider Society comes out this week. But now we have X-Men. More X-Men. 2 titles this week. There are 2 X-Men titles to look out for this week. X-Men #2. X-Men #2 continues this week, as well as X Factor #1. We had X-Force a couple weeks ago. We have X Factor now.
I'm excited to read #2 because #1 was blah, and we did tell the audience to give it a few issues. So let's hope #2 is a little better.
You always got to give it a few issues. That's standard across the board.
Yep.
So we'll be checking this out. X Factor again. Kind of looking forward. I think that one's going to be featuring Angel. Another classic X-Men character more. I'm not sure who the lineup is besides Angel, but we'll be checking that out. So, that is this week in comics. It is stacked. It is a big one. A lot to look out for, a lot to read. Again, we offer pull list subscriptions at Most Wanted Comics. If you're looking for any of these titles, you want them pulled for you when they come out, we can do that. But yeah.
Yeah, and I tell you what, we gotta do shout-outs.
We gotta do shout-outs. We missed shout-outs last week.
We did last week, and we heard about it.
We did hear about it.
Why did I get a shout-out? What's up, Kev? What's going on? What's going on? Okay, Matt and JD, shout-out, of course. Love you guys. Hey, Key Champagne, time to end. Love you guys. Thanks for checking in on the podcast. We appreciate it.
To them, again, make sure we're supporting the New Pain Productions.
Yeah, if you haven't donated, you got to do it. You got to go to their Kickstarter, go to New Pain. The link is right there below.
Yep, the link is below in the description. Check it out.
Yeah, make sure you only got like 10 days left to donate before it closes, I think. Yep. Yeah, so make sure you get out there.
Show them support.
Show them support, please. New Pain Production, banging it out with the titles, and we want them in the bracket in March. Let me
continue with the shout-outs.
Continue with the shout-outs here with Caleb. Shout out to you. Of course, Jimmy the Susar. Of course, Jeff, Mark, Brian, and Sheila. And I tell you what, Shanice, Tyler, Taylor, Gossovich family, love you guys. Hope to see you soon. Boy, I tell you what, we just got tons of people out there. We love our customers. We love having fun. If you want to get on the shout out, make sure you say, hey, why haven't you called me out? Because I just do it at the top of my head at the riff. So make sure you remind me, because, every Monday we're doing the show. So make sure on Sunday you're saying, Kevin, give me the shout out. Give me a shout out. I watch you guys all the time.
Feel free to send us an email too. Can I get a shout out?
Yeah, can I get a shout out? We're happy to do it. We love to support everybody here. I tell you what. And also, here's another thing to put on your calendars. We're starting a new thing.
Another announcement, by the way.
Another announcement, because the store is always rocking and rolling. We just don't quit at Most Wanted Comics. August 20th, Tuesday night main event begins. And it's going to be a weekly thing. It's going to be covering sports cards, gaming cards, all sorts of cards. If you like Pokemon, One Piece, if you like Magic, if you like sports cards, if you like wrestling cards, we got them. Most Wanted Comics has absolute bangers. And because we don't have room for everything, we're mainly a comic store, we are dedicating one night a week. We are going to cover the long boxes in the middle of our store and put up the display cases and put out our cards. Now, we always have cards out during the week, of course, but we're going to put them all out.
We're going to put them all out.
Once a week from 5:30 to 8:30, every Tuesday night, starting on the 20th. It's called Tuesday Night Main Event, 5:30 to 8:30. It is going to be epic. We are going to have some cards.
We're going to have cards, and it's one of those things where we make every inch of our store count, right?
We do.
And sometimes there's just not enough room for everything. If you can see our back room, we have boxes of sports cards just ready to be displayed, but no room to display them. These Tuesday night main events will help us get those out there for the people to see.
Yeah.
And we're being open, we're opening up late. We're staying open late for people so they can make it, because I hear it from the community all the time. They love the nightlife shopping. They want to get out at night. They want to shop, especially
our number one complaint its number one complaint is people want to see our cards. And we know we're smaller, and it's okay. We are what we are, but we are.
We don't shy away from it.
We don't shy away from it. We make every inch count, and we have a lot of fun, and we do big things in a small store, and we make big things happen. I tell you what. But yeah, so mark your calendars. Every Tuesday night, starting on the 20th, we are doing Tuesday night main event, and you can get cards you want. There's baseball cards, football cards, hockey cards, basketball cards,
all the cards.
Yeah, singles. We'll have a lot of singles. We'll have some packs. I can't guarantee all the packs yet because we're still, for our store purposes, we're still allotted, so I don't get everything we want from the distributors. But as far as singles go, oh my gosh, we have bangers. You're going to love it.
Bangers.
If you want Wemby, we got Wemby. If you want Ann Edwards, we got Ann Edwards. If you want Michael Jordan, we got Michael Jordan. If you want Connor McDavid, we got McDavid. If you want Kaprizov, we got Kaprizov. Baseball players, you name it, we got them. Bobby Wood Jr., Gunnar Henderson. Ooh,
DC's over here doing absolute power. All right, we're doing absolute bangers. All right, absolute bangers at Most Wanted Comics. That's all it is.
Bring some heat
all the time.
Bring them the heat.
Bangers.
So Tuesday night main event. Check on that. We're gonna have a logo for it. We're gonna have everything for it. We're gonna be having a lot of fun here. So with that being said, we want you guys to make sure you mark calendars. Make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe because we want to keep in tune to what's going on. It's going to be a busy fourth quarter here at Most Wanted Comics. This fall is going to be epic. And it starts this weekend with our celebration sale and appreciation sale. So make sure you come out to St. Luke's Church. All the information will be on the website and on Facebook and on Instagram. Make sure you check it out. And make sure you check out MeTV. I'm telling you, the cartoons are epic. Inspector Gadget, Woody Woodpecker, all the great cartoons. So let's bring in the Mighty Mafu real quick because I want to talk about this before we go. The MeToons is just how awesome it is. So let's just bring in the Mighty Mafu. Give us just a second, everybody. Mighty Mafu, what do you think of MeTV subchannel with all the cartoons on it?
I think it was awesome. Because I woke up this morning to the theme of Inspector Gadget, and I walked in and was like, it's not Saturday, but
that was my fault because I got up, and then I just couldn't go back to sleep because all of a sudden I fell asleep with the TV on, and it just so happened that Police Academy was on, and the cartoon just kept rolling, and then all of a sudden my son went, what are you watching? It's like, Inspector Gadget sounds great.
It's because I went out to the living room, and I turned on Quest TV, and they had classic cartoons, and I watched the old Superman cartoon.
Those are great.
The old golden age with the old golden age suit.
I tell you what, though, so if you haven't watched the MeTV with the Me Tunes, I highly recommend it because late at night they do 80s Rewind, and it's all the 80s cartoons. It's phenomenal. They even have the Ghostbusters on there. It's awesome.
Really?
Ghostbusters cartoons.
Man, I gotta stay up late for that.
Epic. So anyway, I just wanted to quickly talk about that. No reason why, just because it's fun. If you're a nostalgic person, you gotta love those 80s cartoons. They were awesome.
Did they play Transformers?
A lot of toy sets were based on those cartoons.
Did they play Transformers?
I didn't see that one. I was in and out. I was falling asleep, buddy. But yeah, but think about all the 80s play sets that came with those cartoons, like Cops, Police Academy, Inspector Gadget, Ghostbusters, all of it, all the toy lines.
All those good ones.
Yeah. Sectars,
yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, just want to talk about that real quick. You guys have a great week out there. Be safe, and we'll see you next week, everybody.